Morning, Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Labour. Every day the Minister claims to stand up for all Ontario workers, but he's not standing up for thousands of Ontario workers who are losing their jobs daily because of their lawful choice not to take medication. Now, although the government did not mandate vaccines anywhere but long-term care, instead they have employers and institutions do the work for them. We're learning of healthcare workers being let go in Toronto, London, Windsor and Ottawa. According to the Education Minister, as many as 50,000 education workers may be at risk. The Minister's song and dance about how proud he is of Ontarians and that we're all in this together is becoming tiresome. Will the Minister of Labour acknowledge the human catastrophe unfolding under his watch, and will he lift a finger to protect hundreds of thousands of Ontario workers from termination, yes or no?
Minister of Labour, Training and Skills Development.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. We're going to continue to protect the health and well-being of all of the people in this province. And, Mr. Speaker, I'm proud of the legislation our government tabled this week. Premier Ford and our government tabled legislation called Working for Workers Act. And, Mr. Speaker, we're taking a number of steps to ensure that workers in this province have bigger paychecks, more take-home pay, more worker protections in workplaces. And, Mr. Speaker, our goal always is to continue to spread opportunity so people out there can get jobs with pensions and benefits. So, Mr. Speaker, a number of components in our legislation include cracking down on those bad actors in the temporary help agency sector, recognizing foreign credentials for those immigrants that are here in Ontario. Only 25% of them are working in fields that they studied and have experience in. We want them to have meaningful jobs and fill the labour shortage. And, Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to talk about more components of our bill in this.
Thank you.
What bigger paychecks? People are losing their paychecks. What pension and benefits? People are losing pension and benefits because they're being fired for cause. It's astonishing that the Minister of Labour has no mercy, no compassion to even acknowledge the human catastrophe caused by him and his government. Thousands of Ontarians who have done nothing wrong but to refuse to take medication are being fired for cause. At the start of the pandemic, Chiara Elliott was working as a PSW at the London Health Sciences Centre and training to become a nurse. She worked in the COVID ward at the height of the fear. She contracted COVID and was sick for a month. She went back to the COVID ward and last April accomplished her dream of becoming a nurse. Last Friday, she was terminated for failing to vaccinate. This is despite testing negative 3 times a week and having a high antibody count, which is good enough for the government caucus, but not good enough for LHSC. She's a single mother, and because she was dismissed for cause, she's not eligible for EI. Chiara cared for thousands, maybe hundreds of the minister's own constituents. What does the Minister of Labour have to say to Chiara? And I hope that he speaks directly into the camera.
Minister of Labour to reply. Order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm proud of the people in this province. In fact, Mr. Speaker, about 88% of people have had a single dose, those who are eligible. We're at about 84% double vaccinated here in Ontario. The people of Ontario have done an incredible job in battling this global pandemic. And to the member opposite, Ontario is in a much better place than most other provinces and many jurisdictions around the world. But, Mr. Speaker, we're going to continue working for workers. We're going to continue to ensure that they have bigger paychecks to support themselves, but most importantly, have a better standard of living for their families. Mr. Speaker, we're bringing in workplace protections, things that the former Liberal government, with the support of the NDP, did not take any action on. And, Mr. Speaker, we're going to continue to spread opportunity more widely and fairly to encourage and help people get into jobs with pensions and benefits like the skilled trades, Mr. Speaker. We'll work for workers every single day.